It is Wednesday, the 22nd, or 22nd, and this is week 4, yeah, okay, so this is week 4, and obviously I'm not in my dorm, because I have work tomorrow, unfortunately, but I get to make money, so it's not too bad. So I'm back at my house, in my computer room. What's up? Got my sour gummy worms. If anybody wants to get me anything for Valentine's Day, just in general, just say hello. Sour gummy worms. Or dark chocolate. Or both. My favorite. Okay. So, again, like I have this predicament every week where I think and I'm like, what on earth am I going to talk about for the video? And then it always hits me. And obviously I'm studying to be a photographer, and I am a photographer currently, but for one of my classes I had to pick a song that was important to us that we liked, and then put a shoot around it and take pictures around it. It didn't have to be a photo shoot, but it could just be pictures around that song. And oh Jesus Christ. And the song I picked was Flaws by Bastille, which I'll play actually behind while I talk because it's really pretty. And okay. And I love it a lot, and it's a great song, and it's all about, it's a hockey commercial on. And fuck, where are you? Hi. Okay, and the song is just all about that everybody has flaws, and like there's this one part where it's like when all of my flaws and all of your flaws, when they've been exhumed, so like when they've been dug up, like they'll help make us who we are. Without them, we'd be doomed. So it's just like talking about how we have to own these things that we consider flaws in ourselves, and we have to own them because they can't control us and because they make us who we are. Like there's things, like there's insecurities and there's things that I consider flaws in myself, like everybody, but they make up who I am. So this was a song I picked, and I did the acoustic version because acoustic guitar is my favorite thing in the world. You could play anything for me on acoustic guitar and my heart melts. So I did that, and then my shoot I took, because I know obviously with these videos that I've been like struggling a lot, like just like these past 7-8 years with being depressed or whatever it's been, just not living my life how I should be and how anybody should be. So obviously with these videos, you know that I'm working to get better, and they've been helping more than I understood, and the more than I thought would happen. And so I am like thinking like more positively, and I've noticed how it's been helping me. So I wanted to take that and bring up my friends also, because like everybody, I know they're struggling. And so I used my friends for the shoot. I came back here. I actually did it at this house, and I did a few people back at school, but it was mostly here. And I set up a backdrop and lighting and all this stuff, and I had them have black shirts, and the backdrop was white obviously, and I had them pick something that they were insecure about or something they thought was a flaw in themselves, but it's not. And I had them write it somewhere on their body. I had one friend write something on her arm, something on his hand, her stomach, her leg, and I wanted them to pick it and pick what it said in the body part, because they picked it for a reason. She picked her leg for a reason. She picked her stomach for a reason, and that only made it more personal, and that only helped the person in the shoot and the shoot in general. And then after we shot the negative or what they thought was a flaw in themselves, I had them erase that, and they wrote something positive. It didn't have to be about what they wrote the first time, but it was just something good, something they liked about themselves, something they were proud of, something something that made them happy. And then after that, I had them write flawless on their body. And just, they looked so happy, and they were smiling, and they were being silly and fun. It was making me happy. And that's all I could have asked for from that shoot. And then I bring it to school, and I'm presenting, and I'm so nervous to present because I never think I'm good enough, and that's something that I have to work on. And so I was nervous, but everybody loved it except this one douche. But fuck him, honestly. But everybody loved it. And my professor was going on about how. I'm restarting the song. There it is. Just about how empowering it was, and how she's so proud of me, because this is a new thing, me like being better and all this other stuff, and I'm getting there. And she even said, she's just like, it's incredible to see you opening up like this, because I'm explaining the shoot, and I'm explaining meanings and the song and all this other stuff and why it hits home with me. And she's just like, it's because it's been taking me a while to open up in my work, and lately, now that I have like this shoot and a few other assignments prior to the semester ending, I finally been able to open up and put myself and what's been going on and just all these emotions that I've been dealing with more into the shoot. And she said, she's just like, it's incredible, like what you can do and all these things that you're showing about yourself now that you are opening up. And that made me so happy. And just like, I was editing the photos, and I was getting really nervous because I knew I had to present. But then watching them on a loop and watching the transition from this face and this body language they had with these negative things written on themselves of what they thought, transformed when they had these positive things. And we had music playing, and they're just like, it was like a weight's been lifted, as if it's been like erased. And I don't know, it's just something that I want to work on that so badly now. And now that like I'm inspired, and I don't know, it's just like, it was so great watching this and just like hearing what she had to say as an outsider about how what I was showing was so important, because we have to, these are things we have to show, we have to embrace what we think are flaws in ourselves, even if they're not, they could be whatever, and what we're insecure about, we have to embrace, because like in the song, it makes us who we are, and that's not going to change. And that's something else I'm realizing, that I can dress differently, I can cut my hair, I can dye my hair, I can do whatever, I can lose weight, gain weight, all this other stuff, but that doesn't change who I am. And these things, these flaws in me and these imperfections in me, just like the good, they make up who I am. And I'm who I am because of these things for a reason. And I feel like in the song they say, you've always worn your flaws on your sleeve. And like we have to dig them up, because we don't. We hide these things in ourselves. And because we assume they're flaws and we assume they're imperfections when they might not be. Like my friend Phil, he wrote something, his was a lot more like what was it? What's the word? It was just a lot lighter. Like he wrote on his hands, he wrote, I'm always late, but then on the other hands he wrote, but sometimes I'm early. And like he knew what the thing was, and he's so insecure about being late that to the point where he tries so hard to make sure he's on time everywhere, because this is something he's worried about. And just like, I don't even know what I'm saying, to be honest. I'm rambling. I'm just like, I'm definitely gonna work on that a lot more, just like embracing me and embracing not just the good in me, which is what I feel like I've been talking about a lot, but like even the bad. And I don't know, ever since then I've just felt really good. And obviously I'm not happy. Who's happy 100% with who they are? Nobody. And if they say they are, they're liars. and that's something that they gotta work on. But I don't know, it's just because I know there's a lot of things in me that I want to change, and they usually drive me crazy, these things that I want to like change in myself. But I don't know, I think I'm gonna step back, and I think I have. I've been stepping back, and people have been helping me step back and helping me get the bigger picture and seeing a different perspective of myself, and I like it. I'm seeing differently, and seeing this differently has made me such a lighter person. I don't, like, obviously I'm still upset. Obviously there's still nights where I cry, and there are still days where I don't want to get out of bed. Was it Saturday? Saturday that I just could not face the world. I just didn't have strength to get out of bed and face the world, and that's okay. Like, those days still happen. They still happen a lot, and I'm not saying that this new mentality of mine, and if you listen and if you do these things also and help improve yourself, these days are going to go away completely, because I'd be lying, and they're not going to go away. Those days only make my hair. Those days only make every other day so much better. And I honestly, I'm rambling. This is a really bad video, actually. This kid. Oh my god, what's going on? But I don't know. This happened yesterday, and I'm gonna put the video on my website because it's a photo shoot of mine. I'm gonna make it into a video and put it on my website, and then, or maybe I'll put it on here too. I don't know, but I'll put it. I'll add it to the description later on, either down here, or I'll put it in the next video, next week. And I'd love for you guys to check it out, just because it's really, it's good. It feels good to watch it, because you look at these things these people write, and I really want to expand this. I didn't get a chance because I want to expand it to all ages, because everybody has these things in ourselves that we view as flaws, and they're not. But we think they are, and there's these imperfections and these insecurities in ourselves that we think are defaults. And that, what a way to think. That we think that because we're depressed, or because we have a scar, or we have a sleeve full of scars, or because we are dyslexic, or because we don't weigh 100 pounds, or because we're not 6 feet tall, that there's something wrong with us, that we did something wrong, and there's something wrong with who we are. And we'll listen to these people who somehow got embedded in our minds that it is wrong, and that there's something wrong with us. And that's incredible, to think that we've been dictated so much by what other people think and what we've been told. It's how we should look and how we should feel and what we should be. But nobody can tell you who to be. No one can tell you who you are. It's up for you. And, like, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. Just, if you watch it, you see, oh, that's what I was kidding. Tangent. Who used to do this? My math teacher. My sophomore math teacher used to do this. Mr. Tunick used to go, tangent. And there was another one. But, you should watch it. And you'll see, because I'm going to expand it to all ages, but usually you'll see that in it right now are kids my age, your age, our age. And we have similar things. Watching my friends go up there, seeing what they wrote, I would have written the same thing or something very similar. And it's very like, unifying, and you notice that you're like, not alone, and that there's other kids and there's other people feeling these things and thinking these things about themselves. And I had to write it. And why is this song not blank? I had to write them on my friends, and for somebody, I had to write, she told me to write the word fat on her stomach. Just one word. And when she told me, I was just like, oh, I made a noise, and she's just like, oh no, like, it's okay. Like, you don't want other people to think these things about themselves. because I looked at her and I see this strong, beautiful person, but she doesn't. And that's how other people view you, and that's how other people view me, apparently, and all this other stuff. And it's like, you watch it and you feel not alone, and you feel like there are positives, and that these things don't define me. And the size of my legs, and the size of my hips, and the scars on my arms and my legs, they don't define me, and that's not who I am. Who I am is how I react and how I grow from those things. And this is being really long, and I'm rambling about nothing. And okay, I'm gonna stop now. But so yeah, that'll be in the next video or down below. And just, I love you guys. Okay, I don't know who watches this, if anybody does, but okay, bye.